My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the chart for actor, comedian, singer Jamie Foxx. Uh, this is a rectified chart since we didn't have the time of birth. But if you look to the eastern horizon when he was born using Vedic sidereal zodiac, you see the constellation associated with Aries rising at 9 degrees. First, we're going to look and see how the planets are operating. Then we'll look and see when they're operating during the timing of events, and then what could be done to strengthen the chart. So first, looking at Sun, it's poorly placed in a challenging house, the eighth challenging house. And it is in old age. Any planet that's more than 25 degrees or less than 5 is said to have trouble promoting or its own significations. So it is ruling the fifth house of creativity. It gives creativity through entertainment, but because it's a little weak, there can be some setbacks. Sun is also the indicator for father, and the father was absent. He was actually adopted by his grandparents. Weak heart can give digestion and heart issues. He does have heart issues. Then let's look at the moon. Moon is at 23 degrees. It's pretty strong. When you have a good strong moon in the first house, it usually gives some good looks. He's very handsome. Moon is ruling the fourth house of happiness through family and connects his life purpose with performing with the public. Public is Moon is a significator for public. His strongest planet, the ruler of the chart, is exalted Mars at 15 degrees. Mars is sitting in his career house, and it connects his career with his life purpose, doing action films, and it's also the prime indicator for health in this chart, so we have to watch Mars in the transit chart to see what happens with his health. Then we have functional malefic Mercury. So any multiconal sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th house. In this case, you have Virgo in the 6th sign in the 6th house, ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is placed in the 8th house. So it says that Mercury is an indicator for health and healing. And being placed in the 8th house, it has the ability to heal past trauma. Now, Mercury is an indicator for communication, and he does have to research his roles, and 8th house has to do with research. And then we have Jupiter, and its landlord is Sun, and Sun is weak. So Jupiter can't be any stronger than its landlord. Jupiter is ruling the 9th house, so it brings good fortune through the 5th house indicators, which is entertainment, creativity. Because it's a little bit weak, it gives him non-traditional beliefs, especially about relationships. He doesn't believe in marriage, never been married. Then we have Venus. Venus is pretty strong in this chart, gives great partnerships in entertainment through his agent and people he knows that support his success. And then we have weak placement Saturn. Saturn is placed in the 12th house. And Saturn is ruling the house of income and fulfilling desires. So Saturn gives income, and through hard work and discipline, the indicators of Saturn, as well as the 12th house indicators, which is giving him the ability to separate from who he is to take on different acting roles. Then we have functional malefic Rahu and Ketu. They're fairly benign in this chart. They're at 3 degrees, and they're not affecting anything in the birth chart. Um, but they are giving Rahu is boosting his life purpose. And this configuration of Rahu in the first and Ketu in the seventh brings balancing his needs with the needs of others. Now let's look at the timing of events. His first big break was in 91 in living color during a Saturn period, boosting his income. Saturn ruling the house of income. In 94, he had a daughter, and that was an approaching Sun period, Sun ruling the house of children. Then in 99, another big break is a movie called Any Sunday during a Jupiter period, bringing good fortune. Then in '05, the biggest break he had, which is performing in the movie Ray, got the Oscar for Best Actor. And that's during a Rahu period. Rahu really boosting his career, his life purpose. And then in '06, he had his parathyroid removed in a surgery during a Mercury period. Mercury is, remember, ruling the house of health. And then in 19, he split with Katie Holmes. I think that was like a 6-year relationship. And that's also during a Mercury period. Mercury is the sign of conflict and divorce. Then in 2023, April 11th, he was hospitalized for chest pain, stroke. This is a Jupiter period, and Jupiter, if you look at the transit chart on the left, the outer circles where the planets were at that time of he went to the hospital. You see Jupiter is combust Sun in the 12th house. 12th house is, is a challenging house, and reducing his good fortune. And then Sun is the heart, and so that, and then you have K2 afflicting Mars, and Rahu and Ketu are also at the most effective point. So they are afflicting 6 out of the 12 houses, primarily the first house of the body and the 12th house of hospitalization. Thank you so much for listening. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, strengthening all the benefic planets. Rahu and Ketu and Mercury, we don't want to strengthen, but we want to transform through helping others, charity work, which he does quite a bit of. And Mercury, especially helping children, would be helpful. And then the rest of the planets can be strengthened with my favorite remedy, the Kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devatite yantras for Saturn, Jupiter, Moon, Mars, Venus, Sun. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to see the Kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, go to www.vastucreations.com.